to WTOL, Loving Good Day, where we love local.
Yeah, so Diane, we know how much you love to curl up with a big mug of maybe hot cocoa or maybe tea and just immerse yourself in a Hallmark movie. But you know, those sweet romantic stories also come in book form.
I know. And if you do love those Hallmark movies, you will also love the books by our next guest, local author Jill Kemerer. Good morning, Jill. We're so happy to have you this morning. I know a lot of folks, even myself, we kind of get lost on the TV screen, but we can actually physically hold that and kind of just get lost and take ourselves on a journey when we grab your books. So
thank you.
Tell us more about the genre that you write and even how you go into creating those storylines.
Well, I write Christian romance novels for Love Inspired. It's a Harlequin series, and I've been writing for them since 2014. I love writing for them. As far as the stories, it's hard to really... I get ideas everywhere, and sometimes I'm really not sure how these stories develop. Like a person will come in my mind and I'll be like, oh, what if they did this? And then I'm like, no, they can't do that. Well, what if they could, you know? So that's kind of how it develops for me.
Awesome. So you grab your inspiration from all over, so that's pretty cool. So where do you base these novels? Are they in large cities, small cities? Are they featuring local towns that maybe that we know or where you grew up? Where are you basing these novels?
Well, that's a great question. Most of my novels are set in Wyoming because I like to write about cowboys. But Love Inspired tends to really focus on small towns. So if you pick up any of their books, it's going to usually be in a small town. And I do draw from my past since I did grow up in the country, and I just, you know, I have a real heart for kind of that small town country living.
Yeah, which a lot of us can kind of relate to that. Here we have, you know, the city of Toledo, but then, you know, outside we kind of have that more country lifestyle, a little more rural, and of course you're local to us, so you kind of understand and able to grab that local inspiration, you've said, even from your daily life, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and see where those characters are going. So you're kind of in between books, so kind of tell us how maybe the last little bit of 2022 has been and where 2023 has been for you so far.
Okay. Well, in January, I had a book release called Depending on the Cowboy, and it's the 4th book in my Wyoming Rancher series. It ended up hitting number 22 on the Publishers Weekly best-selling list for mass market books. So I was just over the moon on that one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And in May, the final book in this series will come out, and that's called The Cowboy's Little Secret, and the cowboy does have a little secret.
So can you give us a preview of that? You can't give the secret away.
No, I'm not going to give the secret away.
You can't give the secret away, but give us a little preview of that novel.
Sure. Austin Watkins is a rancher. He has an 18-month-old son, and the son has been basically raised by the nanny, Cassie. And then Cassie puts in her notice, and his whole world blows up. So that's kind of the gist of it. He's trying to convince her to stay, and she's just, you know, ready to kind of go on with her life. But they're very drawn to each other, so.
Oh, yeah, I'm already hooked.
It is a romance novel, so I'm kind of piecing things together a little bit. So, Jill, when people read your novels, what are you hoping they're taking away from it?
Well, whenever I was reading as a kid, I really got inspired by the characters who were taking action in their life. Maybe they were up against something hard, and they did that hard thing instead of taking the easy way out. So that's one of the things that I want. I want readers to be inspired and entertained, and I also want them to see that since these are faith-based novels, that Christians we struggle with our faith. We have faith struggles. They're not alone. So those are mainly things that I want readers to get.
Yeah, and you also have another big exciting announcement coming up, that you are teaming up with another author. Kind of share who that is and what's going to happen.
Okay, well, this was not really a team up. It was just kind of a surprise. I found out that one of my old books is being repackaged with a Debbie Macomber novel as a bonus story. And when I found that out, I flipped out. I did. Don't even ask my husband. He has to listen to me raving about this all the time. So yes, my bonus story of Hers for the Summer is being included in Debbie Macomber's Yours and Mine.
Awesome. Well, congrats.
fabulous.
Thank
Congrats
you.
again. So
That is, it's just such a, like, I just couldn't believe, I'm like, Debbie Macomber, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry.
that's
I
awesome.
love your excitement, though.
Yeah,
That is
indeed,
so
indeed.
awesome.
So for people who want to get their hands on your books, how can they find them?
Well, the best way is they're only in stores for a month, the paperbacks. So during the release month, you know, Meijer, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, all of the local bookstores like that carry them. But anytime you can order them online from any major retailer. And like on my website, I have links to all the major retailers, so yeah.
Good. And are there electronic copies as well that we're able to download those onto our devices?
Yes, yes, they're always available in ebook, paperback, so yeah, you're covered.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we can take them. I know a lot of us are maybe going to be going on our own journeys with vacations and spring break coming, so we'll have another journey while we're on a journey.
Yeah, it's always
right.
nice
I like that.
to read a good book on the beach.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Adulthood has introduced me to that. As a kid, I couldn't understand it, but now I totally get it.
I'm with you on that.
Well, thank you so much, Jill, for joining us.
Thank you so much
this
for having me. I
morning.
appreciate it.
Yeah.